The Grand Rapids Symphony is now in its 65th anniversary season. From beginning as a volunteer group of community musicians to one of America's leading regional orchestras, the Grand Rapids Symphony has earned praise nationwide for musical excellence. The Grand Rapids Symphony was founded in 1929 and the orchestra became fully professional in 1973. Today the symphony is comprised of 41 salaried and approximately 60 part-time musicians. The symphony sponsors the 120-member Grand Rapids Youth Symphony and the 125-voice Symphony Chorus and provides the orchestra for performances by a variety of local performing and presenting organizations. The Grand Rapids Symphony continues to serve its increasing West Michigan audience in a variety of ways, from the classical series to the pop series and the casual classic series to the fifth grade concerts. The symphony shows to a wide range of audiences. Some of the Symphony's extensive education and community service programs include the annual 5th grade concerts in Holland and Grand Rapids, reaching over 17,000 area students. We were able to join the 5th graders at one of this year's performances. There were nearly 2,000 students there. Behind the wonderful music, there is a great conductor. We had the opportunity to speak with Associate Conductor John Verino. Mr. Verino was in his 10th season with the Grand Rapids Symphony. He is responsible for classical and casual classic concerts and conducts about 80 concerts per year.
I did not become a conductor the standard way. Normally, you go to school, you study conducting, you have several conducting teachers that you study with, you go through your master's program, you spend a lot of years doing that, and oftentimes you then go out as an intern with orchestras, and I didn't do any of that stuff. I simply got up one day, somebody asked me to conduct, and I did, and because of that, I became an assistant band director when I was at Yale University. Then I got a job here in Grand Rapids conducting a college band, which is now Cornerstone College. And then I was sitting in this orchestra playing clarinet once, and they asked if they knew anybody that might want to be the assistant conductor. So I applied, I got the job. I did not get it the standard way. We do literally hundreds of concerts a year, from large orchestral concerts here in DeVos Hall to smaller ensemble concerts out in the school. Personally, I'm responsible for about 80 concerts a year, and those concerts range from a classical concert or casual classics in St. Cecilia. Right now, all of the background noise is from about 2,000 fifth graders that we've brought down to DeVos Hall. We give concerts for every fifth grader in Kent and Ottawa County and all the surrounding communities. We give educational concerts in the school. We bring orchestras into the schools. We do runouts. We do pops concerts. We do concerts in Welsh Auditorium for the physically challenged. We have a whole range of concerts that we do. It's really amazing. We have a very, very busy week of about 40 weeks a year where we are essentially together as an orchestra in one form or another 8 times a week. And we'll be giving 2 or 3 concerts a week during that time. So we're a very, very busy orchestra.
We also had the opportunity to speak with violinist Diane McElfish, who has been part of the symphony for 15 years.
We practice as individuals every day for several hours a day. As a group, though, we call those rehearsals, and we do anywhere from 1 to 4 rehearsals per performance. It just depends on how complicated the music is, what the kind of music is. Many of us have come from different places specifically for the job here, and so yeah, I think I do miss having family close by. It's also one of the things when we go into this profession that we know that you go where the jobs are. We've also found, most of us though, that this community has become home, and it's a wonderful place to have families come and visit us here. So after 15 years, this is certainly home.
To be a member of the symphony, there is a very extensive audition procedure. A position is advertised nationally in a musical newspaper, and people come from all over the country to audition.
really, it is very difficult to become an orchestra player. We have a very extensive, what is called an audition procedure. Very briefly, what we have to do, we have to advertise a position that's opening nationally in a newspaper, a musician's newspaper, and then people have to send in their resume, and then they pay their own way to Grand Rapids for an audition. And on this DeVos Hall stage, they will come and play, and we'll have a committee out in the audience behind a curtain. We don't know what they look like. We don't know what gender they are. We don't know how tall they are. We cannot see them at all. And we will listen to all of the applicants. For a clarinet position here, we had 85 people pay their own way here. And they were all anonymous. We didn't know who they were. It took us 2 days to listen to all 85 people. And then we narrowed down that field down to 12. And we listened to them again behind a curtain, so we didn't know who they were. Then we narrowed that group down to 4, and this time we took away the curtain and we had the 4 remaining finalists play with members in the orchestra, and we chose 1 out of that 4. And I should say that with other orchestras like the Chicago Symphony, there will be 200 and 300 applications for 1 position. It's a very competitive field. We will have an opening in the woodwind section about once every 2 years, an opening in the brass section maybe once every 3 years, and then we'll generally have auditions for our string section every year. Well, the Grand Rapids Symphony is certainly one of the busiest arts organizations in Grand Rapids.
The Grand Rapids Symphony attracts people of all ages. With several different music styles, the symphony is sure to please all.